calling the levy meeting to order. Diana, do roll call.
Marcia White.
Here.
Nicole Harris. Angier Usry.
Here.
Andy Luther.
Here.
Stephen Lindsay.
Here.
Ann Fusen.
Here.
Kelly Ropers.
Thank you. I'm going to turn the meeting over to Frank. I should say declare the open meeting, the hearing open, sorry.
So this is the truth and taxation hearing for 2023 levy.
Frank, will you check your mic? I don't think it's on.
No. Hello? Okay. All right. This is the truth and taxation hearing for the 2023 levy. The tax levy is the amount that a school district requests to provide sufficient revenue to maintain its schools and to conduct programs for the education and benefit all the children residing in the school district. This is the levy calendar. November 13th, the board approved the tentative levy to be posted in the newspaper, and on November 28th, the notice was published in the Lake County News Sun. We're holding the truth and taxation hearing right now, and then finally we'll have to file the levy between tomorrow and the last Tuesday in December. So Beach Park is a community that values public education. Our first priority is to provide our students an excellent education while being good stewards of taxpayers' dollars. We agree that there is a heavy tax burden on residents of Beach Park District 3, and we feel it's important that our taxpayers know our district has taken action to ease the tax burden while continuing to provide a quality education. So a little bit of history is that 2 out of the past 5 years, the district didn't ask for any increase in the property taxes. And 2 out of the past 5 years, the district asked for less than the amount that was available to ask for. This was a conscious decision to lessen the burden on the taxpayers. One other thing I want to talk about is a property tax relief grant. We're going to be applying for a property tax relief grant, which is due on January 8th. And this will hopefully, if we get the grant, will help take some burden off the taxpayers as well. What it does is it abates taxes for 3 years, and that money is put into our EBF. It's kind of a complicated thing to discuss right now. When I do the grant, I will explain it in more detail, but we're going to do that in an effort to help the taxpayers, abate some of their taxes. It's not guaranteed that we would get this grant, but I feel it's worth applying, and it's possible that we may get it. Before the Board of Education takes action to adopt the levy, the district must present the cash reserve balance on all funds held by the district related to its operational levy. These are cash balances as of June 30th and as of November 30th. Just point out that these fluctuate throughout the year as revenue comes in. The fund balances tend to be a lot higher in September when the property taxes come in, and then they get spent down until June when the second installment of property taxes come in. This chart illustrates the proposed tax levy for 2023. The column shaded in red, or salmon color, includes the levy as it's been prepared for the board tonight, and it represents a 4.63 total increase over the 22 extension. This includes our bond and interest levy. The aggregate levy, or the operating funds, is 5.26 increase. Due to our bond payments going down this year, that reduces the levy amount to 4.63%. So it also is expected that the Lake County Clerk will reduce our extension once the EAV and new property are known for 2023. So this request is to cover costs to operate the district. Some of the costs include inflationary costs to materials and services, increases in salary and benefits covered in the 3 collective bargaining agreements, salaries and benefits for positions for new positions that were added to increase the services for our students to help them reach their full potential, and to sustain the current programming that has been funded under ESSER grants. So the district has been receiving ESSER grants from the government for the past 3 years. These funds total about $5.4 million. This funding ends in June at the end of this year. And the programs that these funds have subsidized are things like summer school, after-school clubs, one-to-one Chromebook refreshes. We're no longer be able to sustain that unless we can raise some revenue to pay for these programs through local sources. The district has a finance committee made up of administrators, board members, and they scrutinize over the district's finances. I'd like to thank the board for their diligence and their oversight. They don't just rubber stamp whatever's presented to them. They really dig into it, ask a lot of questions, and do a lot of critical thinking on it. The committee and the board do what's best for the districts and the students and the community as a whole. So the next steps are that we approve the 2023 final levy, and then we file the levy with the Lake County Clerk by the last Tuesday in December. That's it. Any questions?
So do I have any additional comments from board members?
Frank, just a question. I know we haven't had much growth, building growth in the district in the past few years. Some of the new tax dollars or tax dollars from commercial properties, industrial properties. I know there's some businesses that are being built, but I'm sure they're coming in under a village TIF, and we won't see those tax dollars for 23 years or some nature like that. And I'm not sure how long ago Walmart was built and some other companies like that, but I'm wondering if they're coming to the end of their TIF, and sometime in the near future we'll be seeing those tax dollars.
I wouldn't say in the near future, because I went to the TIF meetings over at the Village Hall last month, and it's going to be several years before any of those TIFs come off and come onto the tax roll. I don't have the specific years, but it's not within the next 5 years. I know that.
Well, Walmart would be under Zion versus the village.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I'm not sure, have we had any contact with them?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know.
Yeah, I can find that out.
It'd be nice to know when some of those tax dollars will be starting
Sure.
to see for us.
Okay.
I know it's still a few years away, but
Yeah.
it's got to be within 5 years.
Right. All right. I can get that information for you.
Thanks.
Any other comments from board members? All right, at this point, we'll have comments from the public, and I just wanted to remind you that as you come up to speak, you'll have 3 minutes. Dr. Wilcox will be timing you, and after your 3 minutes, I will be cutting off your time. So if you want to line up to speak. Yes.
Hi, I'm Lisa Rickert. I live in Winthrop Harbor, but I am part of the Beach Park School District. I was an employee at Kenneth Murphy School for a few years and then went on to Westfield Elementary for 14 years. Before that, I taught at the Lake County High School Technology Campus. Thank you for hearing us tonight. The majority of residents that reside in the Beach Park School District can't afford a property tax increase. We are running out of money to give. Zion Benton High School just voted to increase our taxes without listening to us, and we can't take any more. We are already 2 times the national average for property taxes, and Lake County taxes are the highest in the state of Illinois. We are being taxed right out of our homes and out of Illinois. So many of the homes in Beach Park are being taxed as single family, yet multiple families are utilizing the school system, and the taxes paid out of those houses can't keep up with the impact. We taxpayers have to budget and make ends meet with what we have. And now it's time for the schools to step up, be responsible with our tax dollars, and figure out how to do the same. Our area, as you had mentioned, has not had a lot of new growth or residential development for a long time. So why do our schools need to be made bigger? Enough is enough. Please listen to the voices of the taxpayers that you represent. Please do not vote to increase our taxes. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Mike Cerrone, Beach Park. At the last meeting, the presenter, I'm going to call him Mr. Lake Cook because that's what we kept calling Lake County, talked about development, new development and new taxes. I went to the finance meeting in Beach Park, and they said that's wrong. There is no expansion left in Beach Park and nothing else to really tax. So I'd like to know his response on that. We invest our taxes into this district. As investors, we want returns. Our returns should be good value, a respected district where people want to come live because of that great educational value, which in return raises property value. We don't have that here. The district has not held up its end, so why should we give them more money for less? More taxes for less. I see multiple families in a single family home get taxed as one family, and that's just not fair. Anyone here is probably in the same boat I am. I see 7, 8, 9 cars in driveways. I counted 9 this morning on my way to work on York House Road. Talking about people from Beach Park, they said, and I quote, "We towed the line in 2008. When everybody else gave up on their houses, we paid our taxes. We towed the line again during the pandemic. We paid our taxes. Teachers still got their salaries. They didn't have to go to work. That's fine. They didn't have to pay the gases like everybody else did." To me, it's kind of a bump. Teachers are hard workers. I believe that, and they are essential workers to me. And since I believe that, then only one conclusion I can come up with is the administration is failing, the board, the students, the teachers, the parents, and the taxpayers of this community. The board should right this district ship, come up with a plan, and come to the community and the taxpayers with a solution. You don't keep dumping money into a beater car. Same here. You get rid of it and get something new. If it's not the teachers, which I don't believe it is, then it's the administration. If it's not, then it's the board. And you guys are all replaceable. We'll vote you out.
Thank you for your comments. Next.
Hi, I'm Rick Rickard. I'm from the area. I have significant investment in the community. I'm here to talk about the taxation as well. A lot of the points I had were gone over by the previous 2 people, so I won't belabor them. But I want to let you know that the state of Illinois is not a business-prone state. A lot of businesses are leaving the state, and the businesses are our tax base. I resent the fact that we're going after the homeowners for the taxes. Homeowners have nowhere to turn. They're basically defenseless people. Their homes are always on the block if they can't pay their taxes. I'm not saying willfully not paying them, but I'm talking about somebody doesn't have the financial means to make those payments. Illinois is a tax lien state. I don't know, make sure everybody's aware of that. Your home can be taken away from you for a lien with very high finance charges and interest, upwards of 30%. And when your home is sold at a tax lien, an investor buys it, which by the way, Illinois is the #1 tax lien investor state too, where people crowd to get your title to your house over a period of time. So what I'm saying here is, I'm looking at the school. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I appreciate what the schools are doing. Teachers are commendable. They do work hard for their money. But I want to underline working hard for the money be the same way of my performance, my salary over time when I'm working. I earn it by working and performing. I don't earn it because I got letters after my name, which I kind of do anyway because I took tests for certifications in the nuclear field. I'm a nuclear engineer. I understand it. I understand finance because I have a degree in finance. Does it make me an expert in it? By no means. The only point I'm trying to say is that we're looking for value added. We're not looking for, because the union says I got to give teacher and an additional salary that we just automatically give it to them. It needs to be performance-based. And the only people that are capable of turning that around would be the board and the teachers themselves. Accountability with each other. The other thing I want to bring up too also is I've talked and interviewed to many people. I have a friend who is disabled. She says the P-tax form is filled out for seniors and disabled people. Their taxes are over $9,000. I searched that area. Though some people said the taxes went down in a lot of the houses, there were other houses that I saw 18% increase in taxes down the entire area of that neighborhood. It's uncalled for. It's not acceptable. This person here filled out the form for her disability. On a $9,000 tax bill, she did get a little relief filling the form out. It gave her basically $400 in credit when all the math was done. So she was thankful for that, but still a lot of tax for a one-income house with a person with disabilities. The other thing I want to mention too, aside from the 18% being up, the salaries at Beach Park actually ranked statewide are not bad at all. They're still basically 68% above the mean salary, which the mean meaning, if anybody understands the statistics, half the salary is above that level, the other half is below that level. And when you carry it out to a 12-month work period, you're averaging about 80,000 a district, and there are a lot of people in the district making well over 100,000. We expect as taxpayers for these people to earn their money. It shouldn't be, again, because I've been to school or I've had titles after my name. We need to avoid that. We all want performance.
Excuse me, your time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hi, Amy. I have a question. Can we see that slide put up with the breakdown? Can we see that again?
Which one do you want?
The one that shows the allotages for the years. I think it with the colored orange. Thank you. Yes. Mike, because we are a tier 1 school, correct? So the ESSER grants, will that, because those are soon to be going away, is from what I understood. Are they the same or are they different?
ESSER and
And
evidence-based
being tier 1,
and evidence-based funding?
being a tier 1 school, they're two separate, correct?
Two separate things, yes. ESSER funding was there because of COVID.
Okay, so just so that I understand that.
Yep.
Then how will this levy affect the tier 1 funding? Because isn't that based on our taxes?
Not 100%. Evidence-based funding is based on, Frank, do you want to speak to that?
Based on 122.
Frank, we need you to come up to the microphone.
Take Diana's.
EBF is evidence-based funding, and it's based on, I don't even know how many, but it's a lot of different factors that go into EBF. But the major factors are the ability to fund your school district at an appropriate level. And so we are a tier 1, which means that we do have, we aren't locally funding our district at a level that would be appropriate for children across the state. So being level 1, the state provides us with more money than a tier 4. So that's kind of what evidence-based funding. Sorry.
So if I just understood that correctly, it will affect it. Just, we don't know at what point.
It won't affect EPF. Levy will not affect EPF at all.
No.
But it can affect our tier 1 funding.
No. We are identified as a tier 1 school district.
And tax, okay, all right, okay, just point, because to me, I'm not understanding that as a resident, as a taxpayer, maybe the way I should be. But okay, I did think that it affected it, the levy increase, because I know that with the high school's increase, it's my understanding that it does. So I'm going to look into it. I'll find out more information and send an email. So the other thing that I wanted to mention, I believe 2 years ago, the teacher's contract was locked in for 5 years. So I was looking at this to see if there was increase in teacher salaries, and I don't see that as a portion of this proposed levy. Am I correct?
Well, the education fund is where we pay salaries out of, correct, Mr. Adams?
Correct.
Sorry, Mike.
So that fund is increased every year based on the percent increase that the staff would be receiving in their contract.
But the board did sign a 5-year contract, so we still have 3 years left.
Yes.
Okay, so that money is not needed for teacher salaries at this point.
Well, it's included in what the fund balance, like year over year, the increase, he's accounting in his budget with the levy.
Okay.
The increase in percentage for staff for each of the contracts, because every contract, we have 3 different contracts, would be getting a percent increase based on their contract language.
Okay. Well, as a taxpayer in both districts, it is going to hurt many residents. I know personally, I just looked into my own taxes on my home, and it's going to be, I think, at minimum $2,000 increase. So it does, your decisions tonight affect many of us in the community. So please take that into consideration.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, if not,
I'd like to make the motion, we adjourn the levy hearing.
Second.
roll call.
Stephen Lindsay. Aye. Marcia White.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Andrea Usry.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Thank you. We are now adjourned of our Truth and Taxation hearing for levy year of 2023. Thank you. And with that, those of you who are planning on staying for the general school board meeting can remain. If you want to leave, this is a good time to leave if you're not staying for the general meeting. Doesn't look like anyone's moving, so I think we'll go on. Okay, I'm calling the regular school board meeting to order. Diana, would you do the road call?
Marcia White.
Here?
Nicole Harris.
Here.
Andrea Usry.
Here.
Andy Luther.
Here.
Stephen Lindsay.
Here.
Ann Fusen.
Here.
Kelly Ropers.
Here.
Thank you. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, we'll turn the meeting over to Dr. Wilcox.
And I would like to invite Dr. Schimpf and Dr. Galt up to give an update on strategic planning.
Good evening, and thank you for having us tonight. We will, I think the board's been provided the update there on the screen. So we've had the opportunity to interact with a number of you as board members, but also members of your community and administration and staff with 2 meetings, one in October, one in November. We're coming back next Monday night for our 3rd meeting. The first meeting was more of an overview of the strategic planning process, going over the why, getting a sense of the direction the committee will take us between now and May. But really, last time we met in the end of November, I think the 27th, we really got into the work of breaking out into 2 separate groups. We started the evening by looking at the Illinois School Report Card, so getting a good sense of current realities of a number of different areas, and then broke off into 2 subgroups. I was with the group, the strategic planning group, where our goal that evening was to draft a mission statement. Based upon the first meeting with the entire group, there was a decision made that we really needed to revisit the mission and vision and core values of the district. So our first charge was the mission statement, and as you see on the screen up there in bold, the draft that was determined by the group before we ended the evening. And then the second area was the portrait of our learner that we broke into a subgroup, and Dr. Galt's going to give an overview of the work of that committee
Thank you. And several of you participated in both committees, and so we appreciate your support and your learning alongside of us. The Portrait of a Learner Committee, we really focused on what types of behaviors and skills do we want our students to possess when they leave 8th grade, so when they leave Beach Park and then they go on to the high school level. And so in order to do that, again, we spent a lot of time looking at data, looking at current realities, additionally spending time learning more about the employability competencies that the state expects all students to have when they leave high school, and how those skills and behaviors may affect elementary and middle school students in preparation for high school. Additionally, and thank you to Dr. Wilcox for making sure that we had a strong partnership with our feeder high school. And so we have had representation from that district at each of our meetings, and so greatly appreciate their efforts and their work. Additionally, we had a couple of student representatives join us. And so the last meeting, we did have a forum in which all of the participants were able to speak with our high school representatives as well as one of our student representatives to better understand more informally what skills and behaviors they feel are strengths of the current students that are walking into the high school, and which areas do we need to make some improvements in. And so we took all of that information as well as the data, and we were able to synthesize all of that to come up with, and you have this in front of you, so several areas of target for what we would like to include potentially as part of a portrait of a learner. So looking at emotional intelligence, collaborative problem solvers, growth mindset, etc. And so looking not only at those SEL and those employability competencies, but additionally the academic side. And so I want to make sure that our students leave us as prepared as possible when they enter their high school. So our next steps in our work, so I'll just go on and then Dr. Schimpf will speak of next steps for the strategic planning subcommittee. But our next steps when we come back, our committee has had an opportunity to spend several days now taking a look at the document that we shared with you this evening. They've had the opportunity until tomorrow at 5 p.m. to make comments and make suggestions. And so really excited to see what they have to say. And then we will, when we come back together on the 18th, we'll take a look at that information. Additionally, we'll create a survey for our community members for them to also have voice in the process, and for them to be able to look at what the committee came up with and then make suggestions and provide feedback towards that work. So we'll create all of that in our next meeting. We plan to push that information out the very next day, so it's a very fast turnaround, but we'll make sure that that work is ready. It'll get pushed out to the community, the group of stakeholders that Dr. Wilcox will select it to go to, and then we'll come back as a committee in January. We'll take a look at all of the information we collected from our community. We'll identify any changes that we would like to make towards that final document. We'll polish that up. We'll create a presentation for the Board of Education, and you should have your recommended portrait of a learner document for you in February.
And from the strategic plan group, we're going to come back next week and we're going to continue our work. So we created a draft mission statement, which is on the first slide there. And that really is, why do we exist as a district? Why does Beach Park exist? So that's the current draft mission statement. So when we come back next week, we're going to start talking about our vision. What are those vision statements? What's the desired state of the district? And from there, we'll start getting into core values of those actions, those behaviors, those beliefs that will guide our decision making, that will guide our behaviors as we move forward. And then eventually, both of these groups after the February meeting are going to come back together, and we're going to start talking about strategies. How do we bring this all to life? It's great on paper, it's great with words, but until we start aligning the resources, the meeting you just had before this, the hearing, that really goes into eventually this work. This is what we believe in. This is what we stand for. This is our desired state 3 to 5 years from now. So now let's put our resources, our energies, and our efforts to that. And that's where Dr. Wilcox and her team are going to start coming together as well as we finish this process to start implementing and saying, how are we going to put these things into motion? And then how are we going to come back to the board regularly to give you updates on our progress into the community? but we just can't thank enough of the contributions of your team, of the board. They've really been an energizing, talkative, vulnerable group that we've had to work with, so we're very appreciative of that. A lot of great ideas coming forward, and I think it's really going to be a great energy booster for the district as this comes to completion. We appreciate your support. Any questions of the board or Dr. Wilcox?
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
I just wanted to remind the board that we have iReady testing that has started for our winter benchmarking. So our students are currently in the process of taking iReady tests for both ELA and math. And this will continue up until winter break. At the February board meeting, Tracy Griffiths, our Director of Teaching and Learning, will present to the Board of Education our para evaluation data. So just as a reminder, all of our staff are measured on the growth that the para committee developed. That goal is 48% of our students will hit their growth target for iReady, ELA, and math. So that's weighted as 30% on every teacher evaluation, administrator evaluations, et cetera. And that's measured by making at least 50% towards their overall growth goal for the year. The other thing that was on my superintendent's report tonight was our library presentation, but Ms. Aiken does not have a voice. Mr. Angina is sick, so we're going to push that to January. It's where we will, as a board, evaluate our library programming. Last thing I just want to remind the board about is winter break is coming. The district office will be closed on the 25th, the 26th, and the 29th, and then it'll be closed on January 1st and 2nd. And I just hope that everyone has a great holiday season and you have time to rest, relax, enjoy your family and friends. And I appreciate everything you guys do on behalf of the district. That is all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Wilcox. Do you have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Andrea Ustry.
Aye.
Thank you. Do we have any correspondence? All right. Any questions on old business? All right. We have several final readings. New business, long-range planning. Andy?
Thank you. Long-range planning did meet this last week. If you read our Jose's Buildings and Grounds report, you are up to date with the things that we discussed. There is one item that I want to bring to your attention in regards to the preschool construction project. We are seeing a couple things that aren't quite being built to print or need some additional clarification, inspection, review, and so are doing that at this time. And so more to come, but it's progressing very slowly, and now we've kind of had a little bit of hiccup that needs to get inspected, ensured that we're building, the building that we're being provided is what we paid for. So,
Thank
all
you.
I got.
Finance Committee. Ann?
We met tonight. We went over, again, the levy, talked about that in depth again. The other thing we talked about was the preschool. And we approved all of our, financial as far as our bills and such for the month, and there was no problems.
Thank you. And you're up for CEDAW.
I'm up for CEDAW. We met, what we had on, we had a couple things going with our CEDAW meeting, which was Wednesday, December 6th at 7. We heard that day, as a surprise, Valerie Donnan, Dr. Donnan is retiring in the spring. We did have staff talk briefly, bring up some, comments that we needed to consider as a board. Then we went on and we had a para-liaison MOU that we needed to take some action on. Basically, the board negotiations team will provide a brief overview of the tentative agreement is what we had with the CEDAL Support Staff Association. So we went over that and that too was agreed upon. We did hear from some of our, like an open, with programs like the safety and such at CEDAL. So nothing there.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on building reports? Any questions or comments on department reports? I noticed that we have several first reading for press policies. We have some FOIA requests. Frank, anything you want to?
FOIA requests and all sorts of items. One of them was what our reading curriculum was.
Another one was for Smart Procure. It's something we get almost every 3 months. Just wondering, requesting invoices, vendor names, and what our purchases were. And the third one was just the district office expansion. We had a, they're requesting what our bid results were, but those results won't be determined, I think, until the next meeting. So all three were responded to on a timely basis.
Okay, thank you. All right. Moving on to questions and comments from visitors. Richard Rickard.
I got some questions on the building reports themselves and the work and construction that's being done in the school district. How much of this work actually adds to this value to the students as far as learning environment improvements, and how much of it could be declared as we really don't have to do it right now?
I don't think any of us have the ability to answer that off the cuff or hand. Be happy to get back to you at a later date with the information.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of significant to me. And in terms of hiring additional staff, I understand these people are necessary. And like I say, I appreciate the fact that our teachers work hard and you as a board work hard as far as looking out for the interests of the school. And we have our faith in you that you will take care of us. But like I say, it's a concern that we improve our schools and we improve them and have value added to everything we do. That's all I ask for, and I'm sure it's all the taxpayers ask for, but very much appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Welcome. Another comment will be handled in our closed session.
They need to speak.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Call her up.
Okay, Sandra Pedersen?
Good evening, everyone. I'm here today because I received a letter in the mail asking for proof of residency, and I just wanted to give you guys a little background about me and my children's situation. I must start off by saying this year has been very tough for me. I'm a single parent, and my kid's father, which was my fiance, he passed away. So I'm raising my daughters alone. I have my good friend next to me who has taken on the responsibility to help me with my children. I have a judge's order who granted Jamie guardianship for my children. However, that doesn't solely exclude me out of their life. I am involved in their life when I can. I fell on some hard times the middle of this year, and I asked my friend Jamie to help me with the girls, and she accepted and took on the responsibility to help me with my children, and they do reside with her in Zion. And this is a temporary situation. It's not permanent, but currently they are residing with her. And I do have the legal documentation to prove that.
We'll check into that. Dr. Wilcox will be working on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other comments? Diana, any other comments? All right, do I have a motion to adjourn to closed session so that we can discuss appointments, employment, compensation, discipline of specific employees, and other matters relating to students?
I have a motion to close this portion of the meeting.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Andrea Ustry.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Ann Busen.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
All right, we are going into closed session. All right, we're back into open session. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call?
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
All right. May I have a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the 2023 Certificate of Tax Levy as presented by the administration?
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call?
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
No.
Stephen Lindsay.
No.
All right. That's passed. Do I have a motion to approve the press policies?
So moved, and thank you for the summary.
Second?
Second that. And ditto.
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Wait, the semi-annual review of closed session minutes. I'm not sure you want to do all three together or individually?
Just do the two, approve to keep in confidence.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve keep the confidence and to approve the destroy closed session recordings?
So second that.
Roll call?
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Okay, passed. Do I have a motion for the possible action to approve probationary teacher resignation agreement and release?
Motion to approve.
Second that.
Roll call?
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Andrea Estrie.
Aye.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Marcia White.
Aye.
Ann Fusen.
Aye.
Nicole Harris.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Great. Our meeting has been adjourned. Thank you, everyone.